So let's get started. So we played enough with fractions. Now we are wanting to go from fractions to decimals. Okay, and do all the operations with decimals. So yesterday we were doing how do we add add decimals. And there are certain techniques and tricks that we talked about. I will give you guys one problem on addition of decimals and see how you are doing it before I go to subtracting decimals. I have 1.53209. I want to add 10 to that and also add another 1.4 to it. So these three numbers I want to add. Shiva Keshava, wake up and do it. Ayaz and Mandeep also. Yeah. Ayaz, am I saying your name okay? Correctly? Okay. See, I am getting better now. I used to mess up with everybody's name. Anika knows how many times I messed up with her name. Or even Shiva Keshava knows how many times I have changed his name. Okay. No dad jokes. Solve this problem real quick. I want you guys to add these three numbers. And I'll be back in a minute till the time you guys enjoy this. Yes, Mandeep.
My answer is 12.9.
Okay, we'll see. We'll give 30 more seconds to everybody else. Okay, so let's see. What did I get?
I got 12.973.
9732 09.
I got
12.97329. Correct? Okay. Mandeep got 12.93209. Right, Mandeep? Yeah? Okay. Let's see what Anika gets. And Shiva Keshava, while chewing the pencil, use the pencil for solving it. Yes, Anika, what did you get?
I got 15329 over 3.
1532 over 3. Okay. Ions. Okay.
I got 12.933.
You want to now come this. That's what you're saying. Yeah? Yes, okay, so what did you get? Okay, 1, 2 point. Okay, not the same as this one, right? Different from this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm deleting them all. Okay. I'm deleting them all because if I'm getting more than one answer, that is something that I would park. So I asked keep your video on better. I see one more child has joined. That is with the name Ramya. Is that you, Sid? Unmute yourself, turn your video on so that I don't keep asking stupid questions. Alright? Sorry, done? Okay. So here's the thing. See, now you can see it's coming up. So see, I might be horrible when it comes to remembering names, but I remember face of each of my kids. Okay? So when you turn on your video, even if you join with Mr. Beast, if I see your face, I will know this is not Mr. Beast. This is your case one. If you join with Michael Jackson, I will know that this is not Michael Jackson, this is Anika. Yeah? Just by seeing your face, I can tell. Okay? Now coming to this one. We are trying to add decimal, this whole number and this decimal. And this is what we started yesterday. And I see that not everybody is doing the same way. Not everybody is getting the same answer. That means there is an opportunity for me as a teacher to explain it one more time. Okay? Now look at this. There are two concepts that we must keep in our mind. We must be very, very, very clear about it. Okay? What are those concepts? The concept says, if I have, let's say, a decimal, 1.2. If I have a decimal, I can put as many zeros I want. After this or before this also. I mean, I will not inject a zero in between, but before this number and after this number, I can put as many zeros I want or as many zeros I need. And it doesn't change the value. That is one of the reasons why you will see that I always say, don't read this as 1.20, always read this as 1.20. So that if I put another zero here, I will not read this as 1.200, I will read this as 1.200. Okay? So that is how it works. Simple rule of thumb is, I can add as many zeros I need. Let's say if I am totally jobless on a given day, I want to play with zeros. I can write 500 zeros next to it and it will still not change the value. Yeah? That is one rule. So we can add as many zeros we need or we want. That is one. Think with a decimal, okay? Not with a regular number. If I have 10 and I put a 0, I am making it 100. If I am having 2 zeros, I am making 1000. So this flexibility we don't have with regular numbers. Only when I have a 0, when I have a decimal, then I can add zeros. Or if I have any number 10, I can convert that to a decimal by putting 10.0. Now I can add 0. Okay? This doesn't hurt. It still remains 10.00000. Yeah? Everybody okay with that? Anika said, okay, so everybody here, okay? Now I am trying to add these numbers. 1.53209 plus 10 plus 1.4. This one is a decimal, this guy is also decimal, this guy is not. So 10 I can write as 10.0 or 10.00 also. Similarly, if I have a number 5, I can write this as 5.0. Let's say, okay? Or 5.30 if I want. So I can put a decimal after the number and then add as many zeros we want. Okay? So what we'll do is first, we'll convert this number to decimal as well. So 1.53209, this is already a decimal, I'm not touching that. This is 10, I'll convert that to decimal by putting 10.0. Okay? And this guy is already a decimal. Okay? So what we have done is, we have converted every number into one form, decimal form. Because we are trying to do decimal addition, correct? So we have converted everything to decimal form. Now we will go adding it. So how we will add 1.53209. Waste lot of paper, okay? So this number I have written down. Now let's write 10.0. So I will write decimal together, okay? All the decimals should be together. Then 0, 1. So this became 10.0. I'm putting a 0 here, 10.0. I have written it down, okay? Now the next number is 1.4. Again, I will make sure that the decimals are together. So align. 4 is after the decimal, 1 is before the decimal. I am trying to add these numbers. What will I do? It looks very weird, right? Here I have 5 digits after decimal. Here I have only 1. Here also I have only 1. Here this one has 1 digit before decimal. This guy has 2. This guy has 1. Let's make them look same. So I can add as many zeros I need if I have a decimal. That is okay. Anika, Sivakeswa, said everybody here, okay? Now here also I have only 1 digit, but I'm okay to add zeros here if I have a decimal. So done. Now before the number also I can add zeros. So here I can add 0, here also I can add 0. Now it looks pretty much similar. There's not much to get confused about. So what we'll do is we'll start adding the numbers. 9 plus 0 plus 0, 9. 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0. 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 0 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 4 is 9. And I just put a decimal here because we have put all the decimals together. So I'm putting the decimal here. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. 0 plus 1 plus 1 is only 1. 12.93209. Okay, this is the answer. Most of you got the right answer. Sid did not get time to do it. Okay, and Siva Keswa's answer and Anika's answer did not match, so that's why I'm doing it again. That's why I did it for everybody to verify. Yes, Sid. I'm sorry, Vika? You still did it? Okay. You got the same answer? Okay, good. So, is everybody clear about it now? Okay. So, what I will do is, I will do one more problem. I will not let you guys do it. I will do it, okay? So that at least we are on the same page. Or, okay, let's do one more. I want to add 10 plus 5 plus 7.1 plus 0.0032. I want you guys to add these 4 numbers using the same method. And this time everybody has only 1 minute for doing it. Maybe 1.5 minutes, okay? I want to go to decimal subtraction, but want to make sure that everybody is comfortable doing it first. Okay? Anika, you will give it up? Anika, Sivakeswa, said, yes, yes, what did you get? One more time. 23.0032. Review your work, don't rush. I feel there's something missing there. Just review your work one more time. Do it using the same approach that I showed you guys. How do you convert a number to a decimal? Yeah? It's okay, see. We all make mistakes. I make more mistakes than you guys do. But I still want all of us to get to the habit of reviewing our work. Yes, Mandeep, what did you get?
I got
1032, okay. Yes, sir. Okay, let's see what Ayaz got. What is that saying? You have to read it for me. Can you see it?
What is this second number? What's it?
10 plus 5 plus 7.1 plus 0.0032.
Oh, now where is it? I got 22.100.
10032. Okay, yes, Anika, what did you get?
I got 118 over
118 over 1. There is something that we are missing. Okay. Siva, guess what did you get? Mr. Siva, it's easy one. And we have to do it very carefully, okay? I will repeat myself. Look at this. This is a number. This is also a number, a natural number. This is a decimal. This is also a decimal. So two natural numbers and two decimals. What we want to do is convert everything into one form first. So we'll convert 10 into decimal. This becomes 10.0. This 5 I will convert to decimal as well. I can write this as 5.0. This is already a decimal, 7.1. And then this is already a decimal, 0.0032. Why I am calling them decimal? Because they have the decimal points in between. Okay? So we have everything in the form of decimal now. We will just go on adding them. Let's write this number first. 10.0. So point is here in the middle, 0 on this side, 10 on this side. This is first number. I have to add 5.0 to it. So I'll put a point here, 0 on this side and 5 on this side. See, I'm just writing it down. I'm just trying to make sure that I write it neat and clean. Next one is 7.1. So point here, 1 here, 7 here. Next number is 0.0032. So point 0032 and 0.0032. I have written down all the numbers. Now look at it. What is happening is, here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 digits after decimal. Here you have only 1 digit, here you have only 1 digit, here you have only 1 digit. And it looks kind of odd. But decimal gives us the flexibility to add as many zeros we want to add towards the end or in the beginning. So what we'll do is add zeros here. 1, 2, 3. So now this guy also has 4 digits after decimal. Add zeros here also. 1, 2, 3. So here also we have 4 digits. Here we have 1 digit. Add 3 zeros here also. See, everybody has 4 digits. And if you want to look at it carefully, these numbers are together, these numbers are together, these numbers are together, these numbers are together, these numbers are together. But here you have 2 digits. These 3 have only 1 digit. So put a 0 here, put a 0 here, put a 0 here. Now it looks very much uniform. There is nothing to worry. You will not get confused whom to add with whom. Now once you have done that, then it's a kid's play. That's what you will do here. 0 plus 0 plus 0. What? 0. And then add a 2. So 0 plus 2 gives me a 2. Again 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 3 gives me a 3. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, all zeros. 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0, only 1. And then I will put the decimal here. Add these numbers. 0 plus 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12. I will write a 2 here, 1 gets carried forward. 1 plus 1, 2, plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, that is all 2. 22.1032. Did I make sense to everybody? I know this is a very lame way of doing it, or this is a very simple way of doing it. But what I am trying to enforce here, that I am not adding a decimal with a natural number to get confused. So I am converting everything to one form. Let's say if I have to add, I have 3 apples and 4 peaches. When I add them, 3 apples plus 4 peaches will not become 7 peaches. What are you showing in your case? Don't do that. If you are showing your hair, I don't have much. If you are showing the earth behind your, in the background, that is not relevant for this class. Okay, so coming to this one, I am not trying to add apples to peaches. These are different types of numbers. It gets confusing if you try adding different types of numbers. So the first thing we do is convert them to one form. So that way you will just one second. Okay. So once you convert to say, just one second, one child is missing. So here what is happening is, when we have different types of numbers, we convert them into one form, and then decimal gives us the option to add as many zeros we need to make it look same, and then adding them is no big deal. Yeah? Anika, is that okay with her? Yeah? Yes, say it. You have raised your hand. Okay, that was a cute accident. Let's move on. Now we want to look at decimal subtraction. I want to subtract 1.023 from 1.8. How would you do that? 1.023 is to be subtracted from 1.8. Give it a try, then we'll talk about it. Only clue I can give you guys is subtraction works the same way as you know subtraction, and every other concept of decimal you can use in subtraction also. Yes, Mandeep. What did you get?
My answer is
0.77. Never read this as 0.77. I always want you guys to read it as 0.77. Anything with decimal, you will just read the numbers. Okay? Okay. Let's see what I asked about. 0.0567. safeguard. Okay, Shiva, okay, Shiva. 0 point? Okay, 777. Okay, let's wait for Anika and then I will see what to do with this guy. Yes, Anika, go for it. Okay, so the same thing again. Same thing again. I'm trying to subtract this guy from this guy. So let's see if I have to subtract 2 from 5. What will I do? 5 and I'll put a 2 here and subtract. Correct? Anika, same thing, right? If I have to subtract 2 from 5, this is how we write it. Yeah? So, here also, same thing I will do. I have to subtract this guy from this guy. So, 1.8. And I have to subtract 1.023. Yeah? I have just written down the numbers, okay? Only thing I did carefully was I made sure that the decimals are always together so that these numbers are looking this way. Is that okay, Ninja? Now, here if you look at it, I have 1, 2, 3 digits. Here I have only 1 digit after decimal. I will put zeros. Because decimal gives me the flexibility to add as many zeros I want to add towards that. Yes, I am.
On my case, I got 0.7.
Okay, that's okay. So see, when I have given the answer, and if your answer is different from mine, you can wait for me to finish and figure out where did you actually miss something, so that next time you can be more careful. Now look at this. Here also I have 3 digits after decimal. Here also I have 3 digits after decimal. 1 digit before decimal, 1 digit before decimal. So I will do the calculation and regular subtraction. 0 minus 3, I cannot subtract. This guy has to borrow. This guy also doesn't have anything, so this guy has to borrow 1 from here. 8 gives 1 to this guy became 10. And 8 itself became 7. Now, this guy is trying to borrow. So 10 gives 1 to this guy. So this guy is 10 now. This guy became 9. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 2 is 7. And this 8 had become 7 after giving 1. So 7 minus 0 is 7. I will just write the decimal here. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0.777. Yeah? Anika, does this make sense, better? Now, I want everybody to solve 3 problems. I want you guys to subtract 4.903 from 15. This is one problem. Second problem is 14.009 minus 1.946. And the third problem is I want to subtract 14.82 from 100. Give it a try. Let's see what happens. All the 3, you guys have 3 minutes. And I'm here. Is everybody doing it? Do it. Enjoy it. Don't. Yes, I ask. 10.597. Okay, second one. 063. Third one. 0.85.18. Okay, Mandeep.
For the first one, I got 10.097.
10 point.
And for the second one, I got 12.063. And for the third one, I got 85.48.
Okay. Say. Exactly what? Okay. So Mandeep got 10.097 for the first one, 12.063 for the second one, and 5.18 for the third one. Is that your answer, Kushal? Oh, okay. So I'm waiting for single case one, Anika. And in the meantime, yes, I ask.
On my page, 1.
Which one?
10.09.
Okay. So now, there's something that Ayans is telling me, loud and clear. Ayans is saying me that reviewing your own work is very important, isn't it? Yeah? Because when we review, see, I will be a horrible teacher if I ever say that my kids don't know anything. I know you guys already know it. But what we are trying to do is, we are trying to practice to make sure that our understanding is solid. And that practice clubbed with review makes your answer perfect. So everybody, if you are taking 1 minute to solve the problem, invest 15 more seconds to review your work, and you will see that your answers get more and more accurate as time passes by. Okay? Let's make it a habit. That's very fun. Let's see what single case you got.
So I got
10.97. Okay. 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 Mandeep has raised his hand again. Yes, Mandeep, tell me.
During my fourth-grade maths contest, I repeated the entire test again. Then after that, when I saw my result, I ended up getting a 92.
That's pretty good. So see, you reviewed it once more, you got 92. I want you guys to get 100 out of 100. That's what will make you super happy. And that will happen. See, you got 92. Somebody gets 92 or 95. What it means? We missed those questions for 8 marks, either because we had an oversight, something that we did not review well, or there was something that we were not knowing. If there is something that we were not knowing, that is my fault. You will tell me, sir, you did not teach me this. I will teach you again. Make sure that next time you go better prepared. Okay? To score 100. If there was an oversight, we did not review the work, that is where it will be something that you have to take care during the exam. So that's why I am insisting on everybody to get into the habit of reviewing the work, so that way you can minimize on those mistakes. So you guys need to get the best that you can get, and it has two parts to it. Something that I don't teach You have to remind me to teach something that you have to practice, review, and solving problems that you will do. That is how we can do awesome in our test. Yeah? Okay? Yes, let me go to Anika. Anika is waiting for me. Yes, Vita, go ahead.
My first answer is 10.097.
Okay.
My second answer is 12.063.
Okay.
And my last answer is 85.18.
So we never read this as 85.18. We will read that as 85.18. Okay. Now I have to say something for Anika. Okay. Like I keep praising you guys to motivate you and you so that you guys can do better, right? Now if Anika remembers the first two problems that I gave her for subtraction, she did both of them wrong. Yeah, Anika, remember? You did both of them wrong. Now within 5 minutes, when I gave 3 more problems, Anika paid little more attention to it, and she has given the same answer as everybody else. So I am pretty confident that this time Anika has got them all right. That's my guess. I am not checking the answers yet. I will check it again. So these are 3 answers we got. For the first one we got 10.097, second one 12.063, and third one 85.18. And all of you have got the same answer. Let me check with Sid if he is changing his answer at all. Yes, Sid. What do you want to share? No, you can go ahead and share. You have raised your hand. Okay, that's okay. So here, right now I'm very happy, okay? Very happy because for every problem I have got only one answer. That means everybody has did it right and everybody has done it wrong. But everybody is doing the same. I asked take out the goggles. That distracts me. Okay, so here, now let's look at the answers. The questions first of all. 15 minus 4.903. This is a natural number, this is a decimal. I don't like it. I will convert that to decimal. 15.0 minus 4.903. Now I have both decimals. So I will try subtracting this guy from this guy. So I will write 15.0. By wasting a lot of space, you guys will waste a lot of paper. 4.9, so decimal is here, 4 is here, 9 is here, 0 is here, 3 is here. Now I am trying to subtract. And decimal gives us the flexibility to add as many zeros in the beginning or end. So here I will add 2 more zeros, so I have same number of digits on the right hand side. And here I will add 1 more zero, so it looks all the same. Now 0 minus 3 I cannot subtract. This guy has to borrow 1. This guy doesn't have. This guy has to borrow. This guy also doesn't have. Borrows from this guy. 5 said, okay, I am giving you 1. This guy became 10. And this guy became 4. Now, from this 10, this guy lends 1 to this guy. This became 10. And this guy became 9. Now, from this 10, this guy lends 1 to this guy became 10. And this guy became 9. So now 10 minus 3 is 7, 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 9 is 0, decimal will just write, 4 minus 4 is 0, 1, 10.097, 10.097, everybody got it right. I am super happy. I don't like seeing 5 different answers for one question. That cannot be right. There will be only one right answer. So everybody got the right answer. That makes the teacher happy. Now let's go to the next problem. Next problem, what does it say? It is saying subtract 1.946 from 14.009. Oh, this is a decimal, this is also a decimal. We don't have to do anything. We will write down the numbers. 14.009 0.009 minus 1.946. So point is here 9, 4, 6 and 1. 1.946. Oh, this guy had one less number. Let me put a 0 here. Here 3 digits, here also 3 digits. Everything looks wonderful. Now let's start subtracting. 9 minus 6, 3. 0 minus 4. This guy doesn't have enough. He has to borrow 1 from this guy. This guy also doesn't have anything. This guy has to borrow. So this guy said, okay, take 1 from me and become 10. This guy became 3. Now from this 10, this guy lends 1 to this guy became 10. And this guy became 9. Now 10 minus 4, 6. 9 minus 9, 0. Point. 3 minus 1, 2. 1 minus 0, 1. 12.063. That is what each one of you got. Again, super happy. Now we are going to the third problem. And now things are becoming much more predictable. We are saying subtract 14.82 from 100. Oh, 100 is not a decimal. I will convert that to a decimal by putting a 0 next to it. 100.0 minus 14.82. Okay. So coming back to this one. So 100.0 minus 14.82. Both are decimals. Let's write it down. Again, make sure that we write it down neat and clean. 100.0 minus 14.82. So point here 8 and 2. 14 is 4 here, 1 here. So I will put a 0 here so that I have same number of digits on the right hand side and put a 0 here. So it looks all simple, easy to our eyes. Now 0 minus 2, this guy has nothing. 0 minus 8 has nothing. 0 minus 4. Okay, so we have to borrow it all the way from here. This guy says, okay, I am giving 1 to you. Now this guy became 10. This guy gives 1 to this guy. And this guy became 9. Now from here, this guy gives 1 to this guy. This guy became 9. This guy gives 1 to this guy. And this guy itself became 9. Now, 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Decimal in its place. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 1 is 8. And this anyway is gone because we gave 1 to this guy. So 85.18. This is exactly what you guys got. Today is the best day of my life for this group. This is the first time it has happened that all of you got the same answer. Okay? You guys don't have to do anything magical to make me happy. Just do your job right and I get super happy. Yeah? Thank you so much for doing this magical stuff. Because I don't teach, oh, Mandeep got all the answers right, okay, my job is done. No. For me, Mandeep, Ayaz, Anika, Sivakesava and Sid, everybody is equally important. If one person gets the right answer, that doesn't excite me. When everybody gets the right answer, that's when I think, oh, I'm doing okay as a teacher. Yeah? So now, let us do something interesting. Fraction addition, decimal addition subtraction we did. Now let's try to do I want you guys to add this decimal and this fraction together. What will you guys do? Before you start doing it, tell me what will you do? Yes, Mandeep. You will convert everything to a fraction. Because I have been telling you guys all through that fraction is my best friend. And I am changing my plan now. I am changing my plan a little bit. Actually, fraction and decimal both are my good friends. So what I mean by that is, You can convert everything into fraction or you can convert everything to decimal. Okay? Up to your convenience. And then you can solve it. Let's see how you are doing it. So let everybody try this first, then I will open my mouth. Yes, I asked you saying something. How do you convert to decimals? I can convert decimal fraction to decimal by using what? Can somebody tell? Ayans? Chicken and egg story. Yeah? Yes? Yes, Sid, go ahead. Yeah, I want you guys to do it first. Solve this one. Either you convert everything to decimal or you convert everything to fraction. So I ask for you now, I would say, you know how to convert decimal to fraction, right? That's what we did in the last class. That if you have a decimal, let's say 2.7, you can convert this to a fraction as, we'll write that down the number 2 and 7, then 1 for the decimal and then count how many digits you have. Only one digit, this became your fraction. So you can convert everything to fraction and then add them together if you know how to add fractions. Yeah? Try it, we'll see. Yes, Sid, what did you get? One more time. 4.8. Okay, Anika, how many you got? One more time. 48 over 10. Okay. So eventually Sid and Anika have got the same answer. Sid is representing his answer in decimal form 4.8 and Anika is representing her answer in fraction form 48 over 10. So 4.8, if I convert that to a fraction, it becomes 48. 1 for the decimal, 1 digit, 1 0. Okay, 48 over 10. So I will let everybody try it first before I give any further theory around this one. Yes, Mandeep, what did you get? Okay. How about Ayaz? 8. So how did you get 4.8? How did you convert this guy to decimal? 3 by 5. How did you convert that to decimal? Thinking? Okay. I'll explain that, don't worry. This is one of the boring stories that I teach. That is called chicken and egg story. Yes, Mandeep. What is that? That's okay. Rudraj, you might want to join after 7 minutes, but you should have some more time. Yes, say. Sorry, Rudraj? Decimal to fraction to decimal? Yeah, so what we'll do is, we'll give another minute to Sivakeshwar, then you can explain that to all of us, including me. Okay, let's see if my kids can teach me as well. Yeah? So we'll give 1 minute to Sivakeshwar, then we'll start. Your teacher disappeared because I wanted to give the peace of mind to Sivakeshwar. Yes, Sivakeshwar, what did you get? Say it one more time. 8.25. Okay. We'll look at it. So your answers are a little different from what your friends got. So we'll come to this one. So I will set the stage for Sid and then I'll let Sid explain things. Okay. See, whenever we are dealing with decimals and fractions, so far I was always telling you guys that fraction is my best friend. But I'm changing my plan a little bit because you guys are also growing up, right? You are not same young child as you were 6 months ago. So I'm changing my plan, changing my strategy. I'm saying yes, fractions are my good friends, but decimals are also my friends. What does it mean? What does it mean is, if I have fractions and decimals to deal with, I can either convert everything to decimal form and then add them, or convert everything to fraction form or add them. Some of you gave me answers 48/10, and that is the correct answer because Anika added them, converted everything to fraction, then she added it. That's how she got this number, right, Anika? Now, Sid got 4.8. What he did was, he said, okay, this is decimal, I'll just convert this guy to decimal and then add the 3 decimals. And that is how he got his answer in decimal. Now, the question that Ayaz was asking was, how do I convert this fraction to a decimal? We know, we saw in the last class, one more time, how we convert decimal to fraction. But when we do it other way around, you have a fraction. How do I convert to decimal? That is what Sid will explain. So Sid, you have next few minutes to explain that to everybody, including me. Go ahead.
It's in this case, the denominator is 5 and it's base 10. So you have to intend to go to the ones. So just have to multiply each number by 2. So like if I multiply 5 times 2, it only gives like 1 whole. And then so since I multiply 5, I have to multiply 3 by 2, so it's 6.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sid, you complete this calculation, then I'll come back to you. Hello, beta. Adya,
Yes.
come over. Have a seat and sit as close as you can to this place.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
How
ma'am.
many students will be here?
Maybe one more. I'm suspecting. Because of summer, your distance light is on.
Oh.
Okay. So give me one more second, okay? So not one more. I think there'll be a couple of kids. So we'll see. Okay, it's okay, ma'am. And since he's coming for the first time, if you want to be here, you be my guest.
Oh.
Nothing like that. Okay? So that way at least you will also get to experience what kind of teaching I do in the class. Yeah? So I'll give you a chair.
Oh,
You-
no problem.
You can be comfortable. Because I always want parents to give feedback on how I'm doing my job. So I'll probably just trying to recall who's going to be here in person. Because summer kids are not coming and I have made this fabulous arrangement for this place to remain cool for kids. Are you getting supported?
Yes.
Okay. I'll show you this. Okay, so we have just one more minute. And Sid, so our first class has not started yet. I'm still letting the young ones go and then we'll start their class. So, Sid, whatever you explained, as I was saying, that we have, I mean, I always used to say that I have one good friend, which is fraction. Now I'm changing my plan and saying no, I have 2 good friends, fraction and decimals as well. So when I have decimals and fractions to be added, I can either choose to convert everything into decimal. So this guy to decimal and then add them, or convert these two guys to fraction and then add them. Okay? So right now Ayan's question was, how do I convert this fraction to decimal? Are you okay with the computer now? If you want, you can come in the front. Okay. So here, let's see how do I convert this fraction to a decimal. And Rudraj and everybody has heard this so many times. I call it chicken and egg. 3/5. So we are trying to divide 3 by 5. And there is a story behind. I always call it chicken egg story. It has nothing to do with our food habits. This is just a story, okay? 3 is a small number that I am trying to divide by 5. And I cannot do that. Who comes to my rescue? A decimal, which I call as a chicken. This decimal is my chicken that lays 1 egg at a time. So as soon as you put the decimal, it laid 1 egg. What you have? 30. 5 times 6, 30. Done. So 3/5 became 0.6. Okay? Similarly, let's say if you have to divide 1 by 8, you will see the power of this chicken. You cannot divide 1 by 8. It's a small number. You call for help from chicken that laid 1 egg. 8 ones are 8. 2 remaining. And this decimal, which is a chicken that lays 1 egg at a time, as many times you need it. So see here, it laid 1 egg here, right after we put the decimal. Now this lays 1 egg. 8 2s are 16. What is remaining? 4. The chicken lays 1 more egg. 8 5s are 40. Done. So this chicken doesn't get tired. It keeps laying 1 at a time till you need it. Okay? And this becomes our technique. I know this is not something that you will find in any of the books, but this is an easy, fun way to remember how you do fraction conversion to decimal. Okay? So whenever you come across this situation where you convert a fraction to decimal, you can call for help from chicken and you will be fine. Yeah? With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Have fun. We'll meet again tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We'll meet next week. But remember this. Hereafter, everybody has to watch the video of the class and you have to send a comment in the video saying, okay, this is Rudraj. Today we learned this. Just put one line. That's an affirmation to me saying you have watched the video to revise what we learned in the class, and then that will also help you score some points for the quarterly prizes. Yeah? Have fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.